At NAB in Las Vegas, Insta360 introduces an iPhone stabilizer that's AI-powered and does it all. This is MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is supported by Kolide. Kolide ensures only secure devices can access your cloud apps. It's zero trust, tailor-made for Okta. Book a demo today at kolide.com/MacVoices. MacVoices is at NAB in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, every year we like to stop by the Insta360 booth to see what's new. This time around I got a hot tip from Doc Rock that said I had to come to the Insta360 booth and see this new gimbal. Michael's going to show it to us. Michael, it's great to meet you.
All right, likewise. Thank you for stopping by. Always excited to share our new tech with everyone.
Well, thank you for you guys have always every time I've stopped by the booth throughout the years, it's been amazing. And Doc said this is something I really had to see.
Absolutely. The innovation never stops here. We released 5 new products last year. We have 5 new products coming this year. We are constantly doing something crazy and cool and branching out into new product categories. And with this one, this is the first non-camera product we've ever created. It's called Flow. It's a foldable mobile gimbal powered by AI. And the goal of it is to become like your personal AI filmmaking assistant for all intents and purposes. So I have a magnetic phone clip on my iPhone 14 now. What I can do is I can attach that wirelessly, magnetically to the gimbal, and it's a one-step rapid deploy. So now I'm ready to shoot right away. So the gimbal arms, it mechanizes, it's ready to go. So as soon as I open up the Insta360 app, we've actually integrated the core features of the native iPhone camera app into our app. So it makes it just super seamless and easy to use. So as soon as I'm ready to shoot, right, I have a 3-axis stabilizer here. I can click the trigger on the back and I can actually lock the gimbal in place if I want to just track around a subject. But this isn't actually where all the magic happens. So from a hardware perspective, there's a lot happening here. This is the only gimbal on the market that has both a built-in tripod and a built-in selfie stick. And it has this little hinge where you can actually get low to the ground shots, right? Those like super crazy low shots that everyone always wants to try to get. So there's a lot of versatility happening here. Also on the hardware perspective, there's a wheel that we've built in, and this wheel will allow you to zoom in. So it basically, you don't need to click and drag on the iPhone. We've built the hardware directly in here. You can also double press to zoom full out. And we actually are able to zoom in up to 9 times. So if I take that, I can go full 9x. So it's actually kind of crazy what we're able to do. There's an old school iPod-esque swipe wheel that gives you different control in different modes. So this is an FPV mode. It unlocks the roll axis, and it actually allows you to do like cool creative barrel roll type shots in it. So you get a couple of things. You get the ability to get ultra creative, cool, fun shots, but you also get powerful AI that's built in here. And this is where the cool feature comes in. So check this out. By the way, these legs are extendable as well. And if you prefer to use your own tripod, there's a 1/4-20 thread built on the bottom there, so you can actually use an extender or use a tripod. So if I flip the camera, the camera will track me. It will use the front or rear facing cameras to always track me. Now here's the cool part. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Don't go anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk behind you. There's a feature called always on tracking and person re-identification. If an object gets in the way of the camera tracking me, or if a person gets in the way, it's not going to get confused and track the new person. It's always going to keep tracking me, even if I'm not in the shot. And I come back in frame and it'll track me. And the way it does that is through AI. It doesn't just recognize a pattern like a person. It recognizes a specific person. So check this out.
So, oh, I'm sorry.
Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen?
That is. Yeah. So it tracked you as far as it could turn.
Yes.
And then as soon as you came back in,
it found me and tracked me the other way. So with other mobile gimbals on the market, as soon as it stops tracking somebody after about 3 to 5 seconds, it gives up and it doesn't continue to track. You have to restart the process.
Okay.
This has something called always-on tracking, and with the always-on tracking, it will continue to scan until the subject comes back into the shot. So even if it's 3 minutes later and I come back in, it'll still be there waiting for you to track.
That's wild. That really is.
There's like 7 different types of AI tracking that are built in here. There's like a long-range zoom tracking. So let's say you want to get a hyperlapse with like a crazy big structure or a building. You can zoom in on it, and then it'll allow you to continue tracking with that zoom fully on. So there's no other gimbal that does that. The other cool thing about this gimbal is it has a top-mounted USB-C port. And that will actually doubles down as an external battery. So if your phone runs out of juice, you can charge it with the gimbal. So there's all these like little things about it that make the user experience a lot better. There's also another accessory that we have here. This is called Spotlight. And what this does is...
Oh, you're kidding.
This will clip.
Yeah, the spotlight. We have a combo.
This will clip onto the back of the gimbal.
Okay.
So it comes with a spotlight.
And it's a light. And the cool thing about it is it actually has 3 different brightnesses, and it has 3 different color temperatures. So you have 9 options to choose from the Spotlight. And it also, like, let's say for selfie mode, it makes sense, right? It's facing this way. But if you're shooting this way and you want to shoot with the rear camera, but you also want the light, it spins 180 degrees. So now you can use your rear camera properly. So, and you know, on top of everything, it has a cold shoe mount in the back, and you can mount like your pro audio recording equipment onto the back of it. So there's a lot more. I mean, I haven't even actually, let me tell you about one more thing. So the biggest problem when you give average consumers amazing tools is they still don't have the background of a filmmaker, right? So you can give somebody something really great, and it'll stabilize the footage, but they still might not know how to frame shots, how to capture shots. And that's the biggest problem is like, everyone thinks they're a filmmaker these days. Everyone uses their iPhone. They think they have great quality videos, but you know, they don't have necessarily the background. So what we've done to help average folks to shoot like the pros is we've created something called Shot Genie. I'm going to the beach.
Credit card or cash? Or you can simply buy.
You tell the camera what you're going to do, and the AI recommends a shot template, a shot list for you that you can work off of. So I said I'm going to the beach. It gives me a beach recommendation. Here's 5 shots that you can capture at the beach. It's a front-facing shot. It might be a static shot of you walking into camera. It's a tracking shot. All these traditional filmmaking shots, right? And then you select you want to film the template, and it overlays the shot list right over your screen as you're filming to make it really, really easy for you.
So it's training you and assisting you as well as doing the video for you.
It is, and then we're going to take it to the next level in the next update. We're going to integrate it with our auto editor, and it's going to take the shots that you captured and it's going to edit them all together for you, so it takes all the hard editing work out of your hands. And then there's also something that's paired with this called scene detection. So you saw me speak into it, but I can actually point the camera at something and it'll identify what I'm shooting, and then it'll recommend a shot list for you. It's totally insane.
So just, I want to be very clear here. So everything that you're showing us, it's all built into the app that is used with the gimbal.
Exactly.
So we're not using the native apps.
No, not at all. And a lot of people will still use the native iPhone app because like competitive products, they haven't built in the ability to control manual camera settings through their own app, but we have. So you never have to leave our app. We've actually, I think the only thing that you can't do in our app yet is record ProRes with the new iPhones, but everything else is on the table.
So, and obviously I get to export these however I want.
Yeah, totally.
So, okay.
Totally.
So you're not using any proprietary formats?
No. It's all native iPhone camera formats, and you can shoot vertical or horizontal footage, and you can set all of your frame rates and resolutions and everything that you would do normally through the iPhone app, except more, right? You even have a mode here. If I had more battery in this thing, it would work, but it's a gesture control. So if you're shooting by yourself, and you want to use the rear camera, but you also want to track yourself, there's no way of doing that if you're selecting yourself on the screen.
Right.
So you can raise your hand up, it'll give you a countdown clock, and it'll start tracking you. So for solo filmmakers, this is absolutely huge.
Wow, that's very cool. That's very cool. So we have to ask about the price point.
Totally. Yeah, there's it starts at $159, so it's very competitive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Starts at 159. The light is additional, I would assume.
Yeah, so the base package is $159 just for the gimbal, and then there's a $200 package if you get the light and the different cables and a couple of other accessories with it. It's the creator kit that we have available, but you can also get everything separately if you just wanted to get the light or things like that. But
Right. Or start playing with it and realizing you should have bought the creator kit.
yeah, exactly. You get like a little carrying case with it too. It's just like a more whole solution if you're really excited about it. Some people are like, I just want the gimbal and I want to throw it in my pocket, and I only want to shoot during the day and I don't need the light. So we offer both options for people.
That's so cool. Availability?
It's available now. It's available for order on Insta360.com, on Amazon. I believe it's going to be in Apple soon, Best Buy. All the major retailers are going to carry it soon. But if you want it now, today, absolutely, then I know for sure it's on our website and on Amazon.
Very cool. Very cool. And that website is?
Insta360.com.
Michael, thank you so much for the time. Amazing demo, amazing product.
Thank you so much.
I really appreciate it.
I
Good
appreciate
to meet you.
Thank you.
Good to meet
Likewise.
you.
I'm glad you came over. I'll give you my card too. And
Yeah, please.
feel free to share whenever you post. I'd love to.
Count on it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at NAB. This is a very, very cool gimbal. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.